The silent drums. Once upon a time, in the heart of the peaceful village of Mbeko, the beating of the sacred drums was more than just a rhythm. It was the pulse of the people, their connection to the ancestors. These drums only spoke during moments of great importance: weddings, harvests, and the upcoming initiation of young men into adulthood. But on the day of the initiation, the drums remained silent. As the village gathered, anticipation turned to unease. The people whispered of curses and angry spirits, their faith in the sacred ceremony shaken. The village elders stood perplexed, trying to understand the meaning behind the eerie silence. Tunde, a curious boy with a sharp mind, watched the elders from the edge of the square. His young heart refused to believe that the gods had cursed the village. Something else was at play, and he was determined to find out what it was. Later that night, under the cover of darkness, Tunde crept to the village square, lantern in hand. The drums stood tall, the silence looming over the village like a dark cloud. Tunde inspected them closely, his fingers brushing over the surface, looking for anything unusual. And there it was, a small bundle of leaves carefully tucked inside the hollow of the drum. Tunde's eyes widened in realization. This wasn't a curse, it was a sabotage. The next morning, Tunde hurried to the chief. "I know why the drums are silent," he said boldly. The elders looked at him with a mix of disbelief and curiosity, but the boy's determination was enough to gain their attention. He led them to the drums, revealing the hidden bundles. The villagers gasped. The elders inspected the drums and confirmed Tunde's discovery. Someone had tampered with them. It didn't take long for suspicion to fall on Elder Baku, a man with a long-standing grudge against Elder Kofi, whose son was to be honored during the ceremony. Faced with the truth, Elder Baku confessed. He had sabotaged the drums out of jealousy, wanting his own son to be chosen for the honor instead of Kofi's. The village was shocked, but in the end, chose forgiveness over anger. With the mystery solved, the drums were restored. As the village gathered once again for the initiation, the deep rhythmic beat filled the air, echoing across the savannah. Peace was restored, and the village learned that sometimes the silence isn't from the gods, but from the actions of those closest to us. And from that day, Tunde was no longer seen as just a curious boy, but as a hero who had uncovered the truth behind the silent drums.